I'll tell you once, I'll tell you again. So today was full of moments like that, where I had to repeat myself. Not in a bad way necessarily, but sometimes I just went, didn't I already tell you this? I swear I already taught you this. So yesterday I taught some of the most important stuff. I should say the day before that, because it's an A day and a B day, and I teach the same thing on both days, so they alternate, And I told the kids, these are huge, heavy hitting things. You need to know this. And then some kids just simply weren't there. There's a lot of things going on that make it do that. But the grading scale, there's no teeth to attendance. There's no consequences for not being there. Besides just, the intrinsic value of not hearing what you're supposed to hear. But a lot of kids, a significant number of kids choose not to be there on Fridays. And so they missed a lot of it. And so on Monday, I had to repeat myself. And on Tuesday, I had to repeat myself. A lot of kids weren't there. I tell them it's business as usual on every day of the week. If it's Friday, it's not, a lab day. I don't roll out the cart and we play Bill Nye the Science Guy videos. It's business as usual for me. So, I wanted to hopefully repeat myself once, but inevitably, especially with heavy hitting topics like we had today and last time, I end up having to repeat myself a lot. So, it's good. It's good to have a first reminder, but then the third or fourth or fifth time that I have to say the same thing over again, I'm like, you were listening, right? And some kids are just tuned out. It's not just that they were physically not there. Sometimes they're just mentally not there either. A lot of states are proposing like across the board, bans in school, of cell phones in school. It goes a lot deeper than that, and I don't think it's hitting at the right topic. It's not about having them or not having them. It's about literacy. It's about digital literacy. Understanding when it's the right time, when it's the wrong time. And sadly, I think a lot of times kids, they're just addicted to their pacifiers. You might be watching this live stream right now on a device of some kind, whether it's a computer or a tablet or a Chromebook. But I think a lot of times kids just don't have that literacy. They don't understand when is the right time to pull it out, when is the wrong time to pull it out. When is the time to kind of tune out from all those distractions and focus on something actually? So I do find I have to repeat myself a lot. More now than, say, 10 years ago when I taught this exact same thing. A lot more kids kind of got it, and they were like, okay, I got this. And maybe I did have to kind of reteach it on the second try, But, yeah. Oh yeah, and their goldfish attention span. Aranya, you're absolutely right. Kids have a hard time watching the same thing for more than 2 minutes. And so I do have to kind of be the song and dance, I have to be more entertaining than a YouTube short. I have to be more entertaining than a TikTok feed. And to ask, teachers to do that, I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's right. So, yeah, it's tricky. Definitely tricky. Yeah. All right. Well, let's do it. Connections. Card, wood, foam, dice, board, cube, quarter, hole, hash, house, iron, mince, wedge, lane, lodge, and putter. Okay. So the first thing that stood out was putter, wood, wedge, iron. Okay. I'm always nervous that, something real obvious like that, when it stands out, I'm like, oh, what if it's a red herring? What if it's a red herring? It could be. It really could be. Let's see. Foam. Dice. I feel like dice, board, card. Do you think those go together? Okay, well, here's one I do know. How about lodge, quarter, house, maybe board, like room and board. Okay, provide with a place to stay. Board. I have looked at my great grandparents' like census records. Have you ever looked at something like that? people you're related to. I don't know how far back it is, but during the census, it was very, very common for people to take in boarders. Like if they had an extra room in their house, they would help pay for that by having a boarder in their house. Like literally someone living with you, and they paid their room and board. And you would feed them and, interact with them just like they were your child or something, but they were paid, you got paid to have them in your house. Kind of crazy. Okay, so, well, leave it to me to get the hardest and the easiest for last, right? Hash, cube, card, mince, dice. Okay, mince, dice, cube, maybe hash. Okay, to cut into pieces, to hash. Foam, lane, hole, and card. There's got to be a fill in the blank. Okay, memory. Memory card. All right, we've talked extensively in the last couple days about memory cards. Foam, memory hole. Memory hole? Like if you have a gap in your memory, it's a memory hole. And then a walk down memory lane. So nice. Walk down memory lane. All right. The blue category. Kinds of golf clubs. You got your iron, your putter, your wedge, your wood. Let's see. Your driver, your rescue club, your attack wedge, your sand wedge, your pitching wedge. Plenty of irons. Provide with a place to stay. Board, house, lodge, and quarter. Yeah. You have a boarder at your house. You house someone. Someone is over lodging. The memory hole was a big thing in the 1984 novel. Oh, gosh. I haven't read 1984 in decades. I think I read it in school. I would love to read it with my kids just to get them kind of the feel for that. I don't think they read it in high school English class anymore, so maybe it's fine to just read it and they won't hear it again more than once. That's funny. Memory hole. I don't remember that. All right, to cut into pieces, to cube, to dice, to hash, and to mince. And then memory card, memory foam, memory hole, and memory lane. Okay, so I teach a lot about memory cards specifically in this time because we're transferring photos they just barely learned how to take to the computer. We want to work on them, either Lightroom or Photoshop, right? And I teach them. Here, I'll teach it to you guys, okay? Treat your SD card like short-term memory. As soon as you can after you shoot, get your photos off the camera card onto the computer. Why? Because you don't know what's going to happen to that SD card. You don't know what's going to happen to those photos. It might get deleted. It might disappear. Somebody might steal your SD card, right? And then they disappear. They go on vacation. Their boat sinks, and now your SD card's at the bottom of the ocean. And you don't have your photos anymore. It's a little dark, I know. That is one thing I say. And then I say, you want to get them off the SD card, so you're not tied to the SD card, right? You find them on the computer, you find them on the card, you plug in the SD card in the back of the computer, you go look for it. It's probably, in a DCIM for digital camera images, and then you go find your photos, drag the ones over into the computer, and then you can work on them. But you're not tied to the SD card, right? So I do love memory cards. I love SD cards and compact flash. There's lots of different ones, but they all have. They have one flaw, is that they're temporary, right? So you don't want to lose them. All right, well, let's play the Mini. I love that they're just calling it the Mini now. I guess this is a permanent name. As far as I can see, this is a permanent name now. The Mini. Okay. That's incredible. Wow. Make a mistake. To err. To goof. I don't know. It's probably all wrong. We need to come back to that. Piece of cake or spill the beans. That is an idiom. Idiom. There we go. Cool in a throwback kind of way. Maybe retro. It's retro. Maybe. See one down. One down with 9 across. Something you might wake up from and go, huh? Oh, I see. How about a weird dream? Weird dream. Okay. What's spoken into a fast food intercom? That's your order. Pen, to write. OpenAI product that creates videos. Sora. Oh, it was error. I just need to put an S on the end. Duh. And then one across. Flipped upside down. Wow, Mom. Oh, funny. I love those little word plays that they do. Tyson was born in that year. Still a young man. You are still a young man. You feel old and lazy. You still work. Got to give yourself credit for that. You still work. Wow, that's incredible. To make a makes a mistake. That's why I read it wrong. Errors. Makes a mistake. Errors. I just erred in reading that. Errors. I should have just put an S on the end. Piece of cake. Or spill the beans. Idiom. Cool in a throwback kind of way. Retro. See one down. Say, weird dream with 9 across. Something you might wake up from and go, huh? Okay, I had a funny dream last night. It was a weird dream. Do you want to hear about it? Okay, so I rarely dream. I'm usually so exhausted by the end of the day that I close my eyes and I wake up again and my alarm's going off in the morning. But yesterday I did have a dream, and I remember just kind of like, huh? That was a weird one. So yeah, it's very fitting. I had a weird dream last night. I had a dream that my son and a couple of his kind of young friends in the neighborhood and I went to like a factory tour. We got this chance to go on a factory tour. And one of the kids, we'll call him Stone. How about? We'll call him Stone. And this kid Stone, he's, we're looking over by the way, the factory tour is a factory where they make ice cream. It's like a dairy, like a creamery kind of dairy. And so they're showing us how they pour in the cream, the sugar and all the ingredients. And they're like, we're going to make you ice cream, right? There's this huge vat. I mean, like probably 5 feet wide, just enormous with a mixer and all that. And they said, now you can look in, but don't go too far in, right? So my son's friend Stone, we're going to call him Stone, went in there and he was looking in and like there are just buttons and dials and stuff all over the place. And he sits there and he's playing and he just starts pushing buttons and goofing around and stuff. And then he found like a release lever and he undid the release lever and there's like 3 gallons of ice cream at the bottom of this thing getting mixed around. And we're all watching it, and then we just see all of the ice cream, the liquid ice cream, just go and drain out of the thing down into like the drain, right? Not even like into a bucket to be collected or something, but he like literally threw away 3 gallons of ice cream, and we all just went, "No, Stone, why'd you do that? That's so goofy. Why did you do that?" And it was inconsequential, but I woke up thinking, Stone, would he have really done that in real life? Yeah, maybe he would have. It was really funny. It was just super funny because it was just so random. Last night, I had a weird dream. So funny that they would throw that in there. How did they know? I feel like there's always little like connections to my real life in one of the puzzles. I got something to talk about every time. Tyson said, last night I had a dream that I ate a very huge marshmallow, and when I woke up this morning, my pillow was gone. Oh, man. That's funny. Once had a dream that I was eating a peanut butter and salsa sandwich. I think Tyson has a dream that one day all of us will eat a peanut butter and salsa sandwich. Weird dream. That's funny. What's spoken into a fast food intercom? How about an order? An order. To pen something, to write. That's not pen the noun, that's pen the verb. OpenAI product that creates video clips based on prompts, Sora. I was actually talking to my kids today about how to tell the difference between AI and real life. One of the dead giveaways is noise. Now, I'm not talking about sound noise. I'm talking about like grain, right? Film grain, the speckle you see on photographs. If you look really, really close at a photograph, if you see speckling, if you see like grain, right? Noise, we call it noise, digital noise. That's an indication it might be a real image. Not guaranteed, but if you see that digital grain gone, if it's not there, oh, you're almost guaranteed that that is an AI generated image. Because AI does not take from pictures. AI learns from pictures and then creates its own and then negates the noise, right? And so if you look at it real close, everything's kind of that like glossy, kind of surreal. You can replicate that in Lightroom Classic if you take the luminance noise reduction and turn it all the way up so there's no noise. Suddenly that photo, that beautiful photo that you took, looks kind of AI generated. It's really weird. If you have access to Lightroom Classic, import a photo and then turn up the luminance noise reduction and you'll see what I mean. It turns kind of like uncanny. It's bizarre. It's really bizarre. So Sora. Unless they cover the watermark, it's sometimes tough to tell if it's AI generated or not. The dead giveaway with videos, look really close. If you see a video and it's like super stabilized, when you hold your phone and you're like doing a video, you're moving around, it's moving all over the place. But if you AI generate a movie, often it is just buttery smooth, right? And like tracking shots have really like almost like you're on a dolly. You have like a crane operator to get this cell phone video. If it's like too stabilized, that's a giveaway too. Like you lose with both noise and stability, you kind of lose your humanity by taking those away, right? It's a dead giveaway that it might be AI generated. Tyson had another dream. Last night I had a dream. I ate a big, huge chocolate-covered glazed donut, and when I woke up, my car tire was missing. Uh-oh. He's eating all the things. That's funny. Awesome. Oh, and then the 7th one, right? 7 down. That's incredible. Wow. One across flipped upside down. Wow becomes mom. Flip it around. Have you seen that one? Flip it around, Wicked Witch. And they made a remix of it. So funny. Wicked, wicked, wicked witch. Oh my gosh. It's too funny. All right. Wordle. Are we still playing hard mode? Gotta check. Just gotta verify every time. I'm just neurotic like that, I guess. Just want to make sure it's honky-dory. I don't know why I want to say this, because like I already know it's been done. But if I played Hefty, I think that was the first one I ever played. The first Wordle ever was Hefty. Okay, and it does help a little bit because we got an E and we got an H somewhere. So this could be consonant, E. Haven't guessed the R yet. How about perch? P. Guess the E in the right place. R and C. Let's find out. Okay, so it does go at the end. That's good to know. It's not TH. It's not... Could be SH. Could be leash. Haven't guessed the L. Haven't guessed the A yet. Oh, it's not SH. Oh, interesting. Okay. So blank E something. Oh boy, don't do that. GH or no. What else goes with H? Ah, crumbs. What if it really is GH? Ooh. Could be way. Could be. Is that how you spell it? Ugh. No. Have you ever done that? Like, do you ever write words and you're like, wait, is it field EI or is it field IE? And then you write it both ways and you're like, oh, duh, of course it's that one. Like, it has to look right, but you can't envision it in your head. I just did that. Is it EI? I feel like, what if it's IE? And I tried way, but it's IE. And I was like, oh, yuck, that looks disgusting. Do you ever do that? Am I the only one? I write the word field and I forget, is it IE or EI? And then I'll write it as EI and I'm like, ugh, gross. Like, I know that one. I've done that one enough times that I remember. But there's words that I have to write it down to see it wrong to know that I was right the other way. It's funny. All right, let's try way. Oh, good thing. All right, I was worried about that because that could have been nay, right? Isn't that the way you spell nay? I feel like that's how you spell nay as well. Let's see. 5 tries. How did you know I was going to... Wait a minute. How did you know I was going to guess leash? No, ain't no way. How did you know... Okay, I don't look at the... You guys know this. I don't look at the chat during the Wordle. This is kind of why. Oh, that's so funny. You guys are having like a conversation about me. And maybe that's also like knowing that I'm not... That's funny. You guys know that I don't look at the chat during the Wordle, so you can just talk trash about me. I love it. Oh my gosh. Predicting a Wordle solve in 4. Well, you got it right. And then Tyson said, I think he'll do it in 3. Yeah, I'm changing to 3 now because I got hefty and then perch. But crazy prediction. I'm kind of weirded out by this one. He'll guess leash next. He'll say, Aranya said he'll guess leash. How did you know that? True. I am a pet owner. It does make sense. It does make sense. This is so funny. I mean, SH is more common than a GH. You have to recognize that, right? A GH, not as often, right? SH, TH was already gone. CH was gone. The only other one that made sense was maybe like a GH, but the SH definitely... That is so funny. Oh my gosh. Super prediction. I love that. Oh my gosh. Well, we did get it in 4. I said hefty. Hefty was the first Wordle I ever played. Now, I don't know what date that was, but I think there's like a record of when each Wordle was ever solved, you know? So you can take a look and see when that was, but it was probably pretty close there. I think it was almost about a year ago. Hefty, and that gave us the H, and then I said perch, that gave us the H in the right place, and then as to Aranya's prediction, said leash. So then I tried way, and if it wasn't way, maybe we would have said nay. Right? Was that the only other one? I feel like that was the only other possibility. All right. Strands. 210. That's almost half a year. That's pretty cool. Okay. Maybe if I change my content to predicting things, I can get 1,000 subscribers. I love it. Okay, today's theme, on key. Now, is this like musical key? Or is this like actual keys, like keys on a keychain? I feel like I've seen the word numbers there. On key. I feel like I saw the word straight there. GHT. Stracht. Hash. I almost saw the word hash brown. On key. Trace. Nurse. It's like nursery rhyme or something, right? On key. You sing a nursery rhyme. What am I missing here? Ooh, yeah, walking treadmill. Those are awesome. If you get the right one, it's like it stores under your couch. We have one that lays really flat, and then after you use it, you just lay it flat, and it rolls right under your couch. I love that thing. On key. Is it something about songs? Look at my keyboard. What? Shift. Page down. Backspace. I don't even see a letter P for like. What? Asterisk. Okay. Cart. Cart is close? Oh, wait. I do know that one. Carrot. There's no P for ampersand. Dollar. Are these special characters? Ampersand. Parenthesis. There's no I'm feeling special, guys. I don't get it. Look at the keys. Backspace. Asterisk. Hash. I said hash. Now, come on. That's not what you call it. I don't like that one at all. Hashtag? What, did a millennial write this? Did a Gen Alpha write this? I don't love that. Hey, Aranya, see you later. Thanks, man. Oh, gosh. Oh, there's one. Bracket. Ooh, tilde. Oh, did I spell it wrong? Tilde. There we go. Symbol. Oops. Underscore. There you go. All right. Well, I hope Aranya saw me solve that before he had to go. Symbols, right? The special characters. I was helping kids sign up for my concurrent enrollment class. They get college credit for being in high school. And, of course, you're a brand new student at this new college that you've never been to. So you have to apply to the college. And, of course, everyone gets accepted. But then the second step is once you get your, email address with the college, you have to create a password with the college, right? They give you an email address, and then with that, you create a password. And your password has to be, stupid long. It's 20 characters, or 25 characters or something. And so sometimes I say, okay, well, take the password that you use to log into my computers, and then just put that in twice, right? So it's double long. But then I'm like, oh my gosh, write it down so you don't forget it. whatever your password is, because it's this phony made up password, because it's so long, you end up making this ridiculously long password that nobody's going to remember. That's the problem. You're trying to keep the hackers out. Well, guess what? If you keep the hackers out, you also keep the kid out, because it's this password they're never going to remember. But one of the things, the criteria, is that it can't be too easy, right? It can't be the name of the college or your name or something. But also it needs a special character, right? That's where these come in, right? These special characters on key, these symbols. It doesn't work, right? You can use an exclamation point. I think you can use an asterisk. You can't use a tilde. I know that. I hate that they put that even. Hashtag? What are you, 14 years old? A hashtag? Seriously? No, I refuse to call it a hashtag. It's a pound sign. What is the official name of the hashtag symbol? Okay, pound sign, number sign, hash mark. Its technical name is Octothorpe. Octo, 8 points, and a mysterious suffix, likely from Bell Labs, added to phone keypads. An octothorpe, a pound sign, a number sign, or a hash mark. Please don't call it a hashtag. Heck, I'll even call it a sharp sign, right? It's a B flat, A sharp. Don't call it a hashtag. Come on. Or a bracket. Or a caret. Actually, caret was in the mini crossword just yesterday, wasn't it? Or 2 days ago or something. It was in there. And then an underscore. Shift dash gives you an underscore. Sweet. There it is. Cool. All right, letterbox. You guys know my new rule. If I end up going past a certain time, if I end up going past I don't know. I'll just see. I'll see where it goes. But if I call clock, then I may just look up and answer. Today we might need to, because I see a QU, I see an X. This might be a little more challenging. So if you're happy to help, I would love for you to chime in. If you're sad to help, then help me anyway. What does a carrot look like? The carrot is like the... Here, can I do one here? I can't do one here. Here, I'll do one in the chat. How about that? Carrot. That's a carrot. Yeah, the shift, what is it? Shift 6 gives you a carrot. And then if we do a bunch of them together, looks like I'm swearing at you. Ha! That has a name too. That came up in a puzzle one time. You needed to know the name of when someone, like in comic strips or whatever, swears and then they cover it up with the special characters. That has a certain name to it. I forget what it's called though. All right, so we're trying to solve in 6. We got A, I, S, H, G, X, Q, R, E, U, M, and T. Okay, so there's no N. We do have an E, we have an S today. Can't do ER. Dang it. Mirth. Mirth is a word. The hugest. Taquita. There's no O, or else we'd say taquito. And we can't do ER for taqueria. The mother of all swear words. There's one. Squat. Well, good. Mirth, hugest, taxes, and squat. How did they solve it yesterday? Faith and hydrocarbon. Oh, that's the same way that Aranya did it. Faith, hydrocarbon. I feel like that you could make a religion out of hydrocarbons. Faith, hydrocarbon. Cool. Mirth, hugest, tax, and squat. Awesome. We're going to recap our answers. If you like what you see today, give this video a like. Consider subscribing because we do this every day. I can feel a sneeze coming on. Oh, I told you it was coming. We're going to recap our answers. We're going to start over here with our good buddy, the connections. And then we worked on the mini crossword and then the Wordle. I do dad sneezes. That was like 1% of my power. Sometimes I'll let it fly and I blow hair off the dog or something, right? And then we did the strands and then the mini crossword. And if you like what you see, give this video a like. And hopefully Tyson will stop swearing in the chat. All right. So in the connections today, we got kinds of golf clubs. We got the iron, the putter, the wedge, the wood, the driver, the attack wedge, the rescue iron, or the rescue wedge, CPR wedge. Provide with a place to stay, to allow to board, house, lodge, and quarter. Yellow category, cut into pieces, cube, dice, hash, and mince. And then memory blank, memory card, memory foam, memory hole, and memory lane. I was going to look that one up. Memory hole, 1984. In George Orwell's 1984, the memory hole is a small ubiquitous chute located in walls that lead to an incinerator designed to destroy inconvenient documents. I do remember that. The memory hole. It goes down the hole, and then those documents disappear. Well, lots of documents have been leaked out into the... Well, not leaked, distributed out into the public on purpose about some unsavory people. Hopefully we find justice. Justice for people that were wronged. I mean, people that were wronged, decades ago even, right? Decades ago. It's no fair, right? These people have to live their lives, these innocent women that, I don't know. It's just ridiculous. All right, that's incredible. Wow. The mini. Wow. Makes a mistake. Errors. Piece of cake or spill the beans. And those are both idioms, right? Lingual idioms. Cool in a throwback kind of way. Oh man, that's retro. I love playing retro games on my gaming channel. I love retro games. See, one down. With 9 across, something you might wake up from and go, huh? Like my dream about my son's friends. My son's friend Stone that dropped this lever, and then all of the ice cream in this giant vat went right down the drain into the garbage. And we were all like, that was like 3 gallons of ice cream. We were about to eat that. We were so frustrated with him. And then I woke up going, huh? Why would that be? Why would we go on this factory tour and let the kids just like play with levers, right? Like, we wouldn't do that. Weird dream. What's spoken into a fast food intercom? Order. Mom, I hope you're laughing right now. Because you know our neighborhood friends. Yeah, I'm talking about Stone. Yeah. I had a dream about Stone last night. Write. Pen. To pen something. To write something. OpenAI product that creates video clips based on prompts. Sora. Dead giveaway about Sora, of course, is the watermark. But sometimes they try to cover up the watermark. That's another dead giveaway. If you see something that's too good to be true, look for like a little blurry spot in the corner. They probably tried to take out the watermark. 1 across, flipped upside down. Wow. Mom. Love you, Mom, if you're watching. Sometimes my mom watches live. Most of the time she watches the replay. So, Mom, if you're watching the replay, I love you. Think about Stone. It's funny. Yeah. Hefty. Hefty was the very first Wordle I ever played. I don't remember what the date was, but I remember it was the word hefty. And then we played perch, and that gave us the H at the end, and then leash. And Aranya predicted, go back up further up into the thing. You see, predicting a Wordle solve in 3. No, I think he'll do it in 4. And then Aranya just has this prophecy. He says he'll guess leash next. And that's exactly what I did. That's wild. Tyson says, hi, Mom. Hi, Kirk's mom, if you're watching. Yeah, she does usually just watch the replay. Sometimes she'll watch live, but most of the time she'll watch the replay. Oh, man. So we ended up with whey. Yep, it's good to monitor your health, right? What do you weigh? But weight isn't everything, Are you healthy? Are you active, right? Some people are larger on the scale, but, do cardio every day. They're, built like a football player or something. So weight is not everything, right? The number on the scale doesn't say your whole destiny. On key. These are symbols, right? Keyboard symbols. Special characters. It's funny because I told at least 20 kids today that they had to create a password for my concurrent enrollment class college, and I tell them, you need to make something that has a special character, these symbols that we're talking about here. How about an asterisk? I don't know if you're allowed to use an asterisk as a special character. A tilde, for sure you can't, because that, could be construed as a, like an E with a tilde on top, or an N with a tilde on top. In Portuguese, we use O O if it's plural, O-E-S, but the O has a tilde on top, or an A-O at the end of something. And the A has a tilde on top. So you can't do that as a password. One of the answers is hashtag, but oh my gosh, use the better words. What did they call it? An octothorpe? Octothorpe. 8 sides. Or a hash mark. Or a sharp symbol. I don't know, whatever you want to call it, but hashtag? Seriously? Are we Gen Alpha or something? A bracket. How about underscore? I was trying to read that one backwards. No. Underscore. And then a caret. And the caret, of course, is that little joop symbol. The joop. That's the sound I make for something a little small. Joop. Like that. All right. And then we polished it off today with the letter box that had mirth. The H led to hugest. Use the hugest. And then T for taxes. And then S for squat. And yesterday solved it just the same way that Aranya solved it. Faith and hydrocarbon. It's pretty impressive. That's pretty impressive. I bet you're pretty impressed. Do you guys know that one? Please tell me you know that one. Am I the only one that ever watched Homestar? Strong Bad. I'm an army of one, guys. All right. Well, you guys are awesome. Thanks for a great stream. I'm glad you came on. We've been at it for about 47 minutes and 42 seconds. Not that anyone's counting or anything. YouTube does count for me, so I get to see that number on the fly. But yeah, thanks for a great stream. Glad you guys came aboard, and I will catch you on the next one. See ya.